Hey, it's PaulYall, and welcome to my review of Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie. Now, before we get started, this is a spoiler-free review. If you wish to be spoiled, I have a reaction video posted in the description, which will give you all the spoilers that you need. You can be spoiled away, no problem. But that being the case, let's talk about the three things I talk about with every movie review: look, sound, feel. So starting with the look, I thought that Sonic himself looked great. I'm glad they changed the design from that original disaster, and they seem to have that in their back pocket. I wonder if they knew it was going to be bad. But anyway, no, I won't go into any more detail than that. But he looked good. I loved the way they handled his speed and the effects that were surrounding him and all that. That was great. I thought he was appropriately fast, and they made him feel that way with the look of the movie. As far as the rest of the movie, as far as sets and all this, it's fine. You know, nothing really to write home about. There was some stuff in the beginning of the movie, and I kind of don't want to go much further than that. If you've seen some of the trailers, you already know what I'm talking about. But there's some stuff in the beginning of the movie that looks incredible, and I really wished they would have delved more into that, but they didn't in this case. And I'm just going to leave it there, unfortunately. Maybe if there's a sequel, they'll go and delve more into what they did in the beginning. But anyway, that's enough of that. Excuse me. The sounds in the movie, they had some interesting moments with the soundtrack that I definitely appreciated. Now, end of the day, it's a kids movie. I mean, and I'll talk about that a little bit more later. So I mean, there's some funny scenes that they did with the music, and they brought in some old school tunes to do some things with. That was fun. I liked that. The sound of Sonic zipping around and everything like that was cool. Again, they did a great job in this movie of making him fast and making the illusion of just how fast he is. They did a really good job with that. Beyond that, I mean, there wasn't any kind of original like Sonic theme. They did include some of the original, Sonic soundtrack here and there. They kind of, jazzed it up a little bit, or they tried to make it subtle, like it's kind of like background music playing. You'll hear one of the theme songs, from one of the levels from the original Sonic. That was a nice touch. There was one moment where, well, I don't want to spoil too much, but there are sounds from the game in the movie. Let's just put it that way. And I appreciated that. That's the kind of stuff that I was looking for. So that was, I mean, other than that, really nothing else in the sound department that's really, noteworthy, I suppose. So on to the feel of the movie. So first and foremost, this is a kids movie, right? So if you're going in there, expecting, Oscar-winning performances, then you're in the wrong movie and you're in the wrong mindset. So it being a kids movie, my mind was already set on. I know the acting's not going to be, spot on or great, or you're not going to have, A-list actors or whatever. James Marsden did a great job. I wasn't a huge fan of the Sonic voice actor. There's a bit of chemistry there that I just didn't feel was right between those two. Could have been a little better. I'm not sure how, but it could have been just a little bit better. A couple other, actors. Jim Carrey, star of the show, and I mean he was Jim Carrey. And anyone who's seen a Jim Carrey movie, some of his older stuff, the Ace Ventura movies, all this other stuff, it was more like that than what we've seen, in previous Jim Carrey, more recent Jim Carrey movies, where he's not quite so ridiculous. He is in full ridiculous mode, and I personally loved it. They centered some scenes around him that were really cool, and it was just good to see. I mean, it was just good to see that. Because I'm a Jim Carrey fan. I understand why people think he's over the top. All right, let me just stop that. This is not about Jim Carrey, but he did a great job. I was definitely happy with the way he did it. The story, was not the story I was hoping for, frankly. I thought I had some better ideas about the story, even as I was watching the movie, which I will discuss in my reaction video, not in this one, because I don't want to give away any more plot points. But the movie felt like a kid's movie, frankly. And, you know, you got to take it for what it's worth. You know, you don't overthink it. You don't overanalyze it. Because if you're overanalyzing a kid's movie, you got big problems. You got better problems than this movie's, you know, overanalysts or whatever. But anyway, I'm going to stop doing that too. But anyway, the movie was good.